everybody. Welcome to Regular Girls. How exciting. I just started the podcast. I just turned this on, and I can't find the cover for my microphone, so it's fine. It's fine. We don't need a pop screen. Who needs it? Not us. And by us, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on my mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Renee. Hi, everybody.
So I was in a little bit of a pickle this week where I was trying to figure out when I was going to be able to record the podcast. As I'm sure I said it before, if not, but I was coming up to Toronto this week because we were going to see Radiohead on Thursday night. Great show. Unbelievable time. Rocked my freaking socks off. Mom, do you like Radiohead?
I can't say I even know their music.
Okay. Well, they're an excellent band. We had a hell of a time. And now we're just hanging around in Toronto, just cruising around, doing our own thing. My mom decided that she would come on the podcast with me. So the theme of today's podcast, Friendos. Oh my God, this is like such a throwback to old original Regular Girls. But I used to do the ghost sound as a sign off. I haven't done that in ages. But we're doing an episode about ghosts. You believe in ghosts, right, Mom?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what was your first experience ever in life with a ghost?
Okay, when I first moved to Toronto, I was only 20. I was living at my sister's, and I was in their spare bedroom, and I woke up, and there was a man sitting on the edge of my bed.
You sure this was a ghost?
Yes, and I was so afraid. I couldn't scream. Nothing would come out of me. And he was just like turning his head back and forth and looking at me. And I don't know if I fainted or whatever, but next thing I knew, it was the morning.
Damn.
But it also happened to my sister.
Wait, happened in Aunt Marilyn? She saw the same guy?
Yeah.
Wow.
The same thing happened.
Like in her bed, head cocking, like the exact same story?
Well, she didn't say that, but she did say that she was aware of a ghost.
Okay. So what I know, didn't say that you saw ghosts in London, England once?
Marilyn did.
Oh, Marilyn did. Okay. Well, tell us.
Who is Renee's aunt, and they were running a pub. My brother-in-law is English, and so they moved to England, and they were working in a pub. And my sister went to bed, and she looked out the window, and there was a ghost hanging by the neck from the tree.
Like as if it was hung?
Absolutely, yeah.
What? Wait, what? I wish Aunt Marilyn was here to elaborate on this story. That's crazy.
Oh, no, and they had lots of experiences with different things, but that's the only one I can remember. But yeah, if she was here or if Uncle Pat was here, he would lay it out.
Unfortunately, they're not here to elaborate on this story, but so I'm sure I talked about this on the podcast before when we've done ghosts or conspiracy theories or whatnot. But one of the houses that we lived in, like the last house that I lived in before I moved out, that house was incredibly haunted. So we were actually reliving some of those stories the other night. It was me, my mom, my brother, and then his friend Justin, who for a period of time lived in our house when my brother moved out. So we all had separate stories, all from the same house, that all sort of coincided, but we never really discussed them while we lived in the house, which is kind of weird. Why do you think we never really talked about it when we lived in the house?
I'm not sure. I thought you guys told me about hearing the ghost walk down the stairs towards your bedroom. And I think I told you about, I had a dog, Lola. I was in the bathroom, and I heard someone say, Lola. And I thought it was Renee. And so I opened the door, and I went to Renee's room. She's like sound asleep in her bed. And it was clearly the ghost that had said that. And I had a Rottweiler, and he would sit and stare and stare and stare and stare at the corner in the living room, the same corner. And so he was definitely feeling a spirit as well. I wasn't afraid of the spirit for some reason, but yeah, it happened.
I'm afraid of every spirit ever. There's no spirit to me that I'm not terrified of.
Not me.
How's that? What do you mean? It's a ghost that is haunting you and coming to ruin your life. How are you okay with that?
No, because it wasn't ruining my life. It was just there, and I wasn't afraid of it at all. even when you guys were, gone and I was in the house by myself, I was not afraid of it. And then when I moved to a different place, I felt somebody lifting the end of my bed up.
And I remember you telling me that.
And I just assumed, I went, oh my God, it followed me.
Yeah.
But that was the only thing that happened there. I didn't have anything else. But I wasn't afraid of the spirit in Ajax. I don't know why.
See, I used to always feel like I was kind of followed by that ghost too. But so when I left that house and then moved to LA for that period, I still sort of felt it then. Because in the room that I had, so there was like high ceilings, but there was like one of those like creepy little attic door things, and it would just like kind of swing open every now and then. But I always just kind of felt like it followed me. And then if I ever talk to John about ghost things, he thinks that they follow me because I believe in them, which I get. I've heard people talk about that theory that for people that are non-believers in ghosts that want to dispel their existing.
I think some people are just in tune to them.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's totally true.
Yeah, and it depends on your personality. And I don't know, I just think that you and me and Eric were totally in tune to it.
Well, I also think that we didn't really have a choice because that was like, I feel like that, like in that house on Simpson Road, it was so loud and bold. Like, yeah, it never did anything bad, but like it made its presence pretty known. Yeah. That like we would hear it. So my brother and I would hear it. There was like 3 or 4 steps that would go down to where our bedrooms were, and there would always be a smashing knock on the door. Him and I would meet out in the hallway. Like it let people know that it was there. So when we were out the other night and talking to Justin, my brother's best friend, and when he lived in the house, so even today we talked about it a little more. Which actually, no, wait, Justin wasn't there when we had that first conversation. He was just there today. So he brought this up actually separately of us even having talked about that the other night.
Yeah. And I wasn't aware that Justin had an experience like that either. So it just goes. And another thing, like that particular house had a beautiful basement apartment in it, and apparently the lady who lived down there died down there. Yeah. And so I don't know if it was her spirit or not, but I don't know.
We don't know. Nor will we ever know. So what Justin was saying was so he moved into my brother's room, and he said that he was like, I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in UFOs. Like he is like a true non-believer of all of these things. And he said that when he was in that room, he would sleep with the lights on because he felt like somebody was watching him or just this other presence. So that house really got under our skin, like quite a bit. Terrifying shit.
Yeah, but I honestly was not afraid. I don't know why, but I just wasn't afraid. And then my friend told me to read. This is when the kids were not living at home, and he said, "Okay, you read this passage from the Bible. You have to read it out loud."
What passage was it? Do you know?
I honestly, I don't know. And so I'm reading it, but can you swear?
Sure.
And seriously, I almost shit myself.
Oh shit! It's barely a swear word, you guys.
I was nervous then because I'm like, oh, okay, what's going to happen? Like, is this person
like The Exorcist.
Is she going to lash out and slap me in the face? Or like, I don't know.
What about, I thought that you saged the house, or did you just read the passage?
I only read the passage in that place, but wherever I moved again, I did sage the house. Yeah. And again, not because I was really worried about the spirit, but I just...
It's better to do it.
Yeah.
I feel like I would rather do the saging, cleanse the house, get rid. But so I'm a big believer in saging for one, but it's not even just in the sense of getting rid of a spirit. It also is just getting rid of like negative energies or just switching the energy of something. Yeah. So I believe in that huge. Like I feel like anytime, like if John and I have been like super busy or we're like, we've got a bunch of people at the house. Like I always feel like you need like a little like saging reset on the house. I know it sounds like some hoodoo voodoo bullshit, but I really think it helps. But you have to open all the windows. So when John and I moved into the house, we wanted to do that, but we did it once and we like walked around the house and held hands and like, so we were like both doing it like a pair of real losers. And, but so we did it and then we realized that you have to do it with the windows open. So we had to do it again because you have to like get the energy out. Yeah, you've got to open as many windows as you can to to move the energy out. Apparently, there's right ways and wrong ways. Didn't you get saged by a woman one time?
Yeah, I was actually on my way up to Ottawa, and I stopped in this place called Shannonville because I went, I've never been there. I was going to go check it out, and it was actually sort of a Indian area, and I went into
like an Indian reserve.
Yeah, and so I went into this little store to check it out because she sold crafts and stuff. And I had on a hat because I knit and crochet, like it's my job. And I made these hats that your ponytail sticks out of the back. And this little Indian lady loved it. So I had some in my car and I gave them to her. And then we talked about saging and she saged me. And I'm telling you, the next week, so much stuff happened to me. Like a friend of mine that I hadn't heard of, it was Christine, for a long time called me, and and then I got a new client, and it was just amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy, like things like that that will like give you like a little reset, changeover button. I'm a big believer. Carol's a big believer. We know damn well that Stacey is a firm believer. We're going to get into more of that, but first, what we've got to do here is talk about our very first sponsor, which is Third Love. I love Third Love. Mom, you probably don't know about Third Love because I've not given you one of their bras, but their bras are amazing. Perfect fit. There's thousands of real women's measurements. Third Love designs its bras with breast size and shape in mind so that they fit impeccably and that they feel even better. So what you do is you do their Fit Finder quiz, which takes like literally a minute, super, super quick. It's actually fun because you learn about your boobs. Got to know about your boobs.
I'll have to check that out.
You do have to check it out. So yeah, did you know that your breast shape matters when finding a good fit? Because sometimes you don't think about that, about what you're going to get. Because there's like a million different cup sizes that aren't just like A, B, C, D, 34, whatever. But Third Love actually helps you identify your breast size and shape and find the styles that fit your body. And they have the most sizes of any bra brand in the entire world. They've got cup sizes from A through H, bands up to 48, and each size is designed specifically for a perfect fit. And 50% of women fall in between standard cup sizes. So what Third Love is doing is they're inventing half cup sizes to accommodate all yo titties, y'all. Hands down, one of the most comfortable bras that you own. I have mine. I've talked about this before. Normally, I was thought that I wore like a B34. They gave me an A36, shockingly, and it's like my best fitting bra. Yeah. It's wider. Yeah, it's really great. Yeah, I never would have thought that was my size, and it changed everything. And Third Love guarantees a perfect fit, so returns and exchanges are free and easy. So what you guys got to do is go to thirdlove.com/regular right now to find your perfect fitting bra and get 15% off of your first purchase. That's thirdlove.com/regular for 15% off. Get it right, get it tight, get it all sorted out. It's the move.
Check it out.
You should. It's really great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I truly, like when it came in the mail, I was a little bit of a skeptic because I thought that maybe it wasn't I never would have thought that I was an A. But it works.
Wow.
Yeah, it's my best bra, and I feel like it makes my boobs like, you know, I don't like when you have a bra that makes your boobs look gigantic.
I know, that's what mine do.
I hate that.
But you know what? I ended up going to a bigger cup size because I need it like a bigger. Like I like wearing a 36C, but I'm pretty sure I need like a
36C. Carol, those knockers.
I know, but they made my boobs look big. My boobs are not this big, and that's a sports bra.
Wow. Yeah. I hate when my boobs look big. It makes me like have to dress different.
I wish I didn't have boobs, to tell you the truth.
Just get rid of them. Out of the way. Yeah. Do you believe in crystals? Do you have any crystals in your house?
No.
Oh, we got to go crystal shopping. Crystals are the thing. It's like there's different crystals and like stones and stuff that have like different energies to them.
Oh.
So the first time that I found out about crystals was when we went to Sedona for Total Divas. Yeah. And we went into a crystal shop, and I couldn't believe, like when they're like, oh, you have to like find a stone that has like the energy that you're kind of feeling. So when you pick them up, you kind of just get like a different, like some of them are energizing, some of them are calming.
Oh.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, this could all maybe be some BS, but I love a good crystal, and you're supposed to charge them in the moon. When there's like a full moon out, you're supposed to take your crystals outside and they like charge with the earth.
Wow.
As soon as you start saying these things out loud to people, you realize that it sounds absolutely fucking insane.
See, if I charge it in the moon, I probably attract every ghost in the area.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All
they
of
go,
the ghosts.
Carol's house, let's go.
Isn't it the worst when you're, like, at home and your animal looks somewhere, like you think that they hear something?
Oh, for sure. And they do.
Oh, my God.
They do.
So I would always find that Blue would do that when John would leave to go on the road. I'd be at home, we'd be on the couch, and he would all of a sudden get alert and like look out by the door.
Your house.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. He does it.
Yeah.
So my only like sense of like maybe it wasn't a ghost, and I don't know who said this, but I think when John wasn't there, I think he kept looking for John to come back. So I was hoping that's what it is.
No. Because when I was at your house, he was clearly looking at the wall.
Ew, really?
Yeah. But I've never had that experience with cats doing that.
Because cats don't give a shit about anybody but themselves.
Yeah, but the like my Rottweiler and I had a Yorkie poo, they did the same thing. Like they would stare and stare and stare at a corner. Yeah. Especially Ike in the Ajax house. Like it was always the same corner, and I went, okay, Ike is seeing the ghost. I wish I could see it, but I don't see it.
Do you remember when we moved into that house on, what was it called? The one in North Ajax that had the, remember we were like, so we moved into this house and we tore down a wall. Weird. And there was like bras and underwears, like a bra and underwear in the wall. That was so bizarre.
Yeah.
Like what happened? Well, I was like young, so I don't like really remember. I just remember that like, was it like in there was like, how much was in there?
There was a few, but it was really funny because they were big, like old lady underwear.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure, but the basement of that place had been sort of broken down. They must have rented it out to people, and there's probably some kind of freakzoids there. I don't know. But yeah, it was really, really strange. But I think that was that was nothing to do with ghosts. It was just like
no, it was just like odd.
Like
off-putting and weird.
Somebody with a problem.
Bad, weird juju.
And a big ass, obviously.
What about when we would go out to Salem Road and go? So there was like this, so when you go out to Salem Road, there was this whole theory that, so Salem Road is in Ajax, Ontario, Canada, but it's this road. I don't know why they said it was haunted. Do you know?
Yeah, because apparently there was some guy on his motorcycle that crashed and died there. And then his spirit was still there. And if you would go, we never got to stay long enough because Renee was crying like a crazy person. She was so afraid.
I was terrified. I was so afraid that night. Like my mom drove us out. It was me, my brother, you, and then like some of our friends or whatever. But yeah, I had a full-blown meltdown, borderline panic attack in the back of that car, thinking that we were going to see this ghost.
It was crazy. Yeah.
Terrible.
So we're waiting and waiting and waiting for this motorcycle to come up because everyone said if you wait, you will see the lights of the motorcycle. But Renee was hysterical. I was like, oh my God, I am so abusing my child right now.
Yeah, I'm not cut out for that stuff. I always loved the idea of it. But then, as it gets closer to, I think now I probably handle it better. I mean, I was like a teenager. I wasn't like that young, but still, it still scared the shit out of me.
It's scary when you're on a dark road. Doesn't matter.
Oh my God. And you're anticipating a ghost to come flying down the street? Yeah. Hell no. Yeah. No, I don't want anything to do with that.
Do you remember one time when this guy we know, it was Halloween night, and he took us to a graveyard?
No.
Do you remember that? Oh my God, again, you were screaming.
When was that? I don't remember that.
On Halloween night, it was in Ajax. It's when I was with Jim.
Okay.
And we thought it'd be fun to go to a graveyard for Halloween.
That seems kind of vaguely familiar now.
But anyway, I mean, I was not really feeling that great either because it was pitch black in there, and he took off and left us there because he thought it was funny. I divorced his ass really fast.
That's a different episode of Regular Girls, which would be a great episode as well. But yeah, what the hell? We always did stuff like that though. We always did like weird, like we were like ghost hunters. We should have had a ghost hunting show.
I know, right?
Would you be down for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely I feel like being in a city too, like being in Toronto where it's like an older city, I feel like it kind of like has that vibe to it, where I don't feel like Vegas really has that vibe to it. Like even though like I would like notice with like Blue being kind of weird, but I honestly do kind of feel like that was sort of in my head. I didn't think that was a big deal, but I feel like if you're in like England or you're in like different cities that have like a lot more like history behind them, I feel like that stuff exists. And there's like hotels that we go to as well that John refuses to stay at. Yeah. He won't go to it.
There was when Renee's uncle was working with a band called Flood way back. You guys probably don't even know who they are, but anyway, they went to England and they stayed with Marilyn and Pat in the hotel, and they all had ghost experiences.
Yeah, it's
all
terrifying.
Of them.
We've had that on the road where we've stayed in a hotel. I think it was in Nashville. There was a hotel that we stayed in, and when we did research and found out what it was actually an old hospital that had been converted over into a hotel. It was a really nice hotel, but everybody had different experiences there where two of our guys that work with WWE had the exact same dream. They dreamt that they woke up. Something happened and they couldn't breathe and they couldn't catch their breath. And they both woke up feeling that exact same way. And Nikki Bella ended up coming and sleeping in my room because she refused to go to her own room because it was like we all just had such a creepy, eerie feeling in that hotel room. But yeah, there was like that. And like John was telling the story about another hotel in Germany, I think, where the clock kept spinning when he was on the train. Yeah. All these little haunted spots. I don't know how people don't believe in ghosts. I find that crazy. It's very bizarre. Yeah. Gotta believe in the ghosts, you guys. Yeah. Come on. Give the ghosts a little bit of love. So you're recently back home in Ontario. You happy to be home or what?
Yes. Although, you know what? I love Nova Scotia, and I would move there in a second, but yeah. But no, I'm glad to be back home in my own bed and
hell yeah,
playing cards again with my neighbors and doing old lady things that I love.
Yeah, I feel like eventually I need to get back here into Toronto and spend more time here because I love being in Toronto. It's the best shit. Okay, so I went to Twitter to get a Q&A. Would you like to do a Q&A with me, Mom?
Sure.
Let's see what they sent. So we're doing like Q&A chicken here that we have not read these questions in advance. So, look, here's one. People getting crystals. Rose quartz. Aventurine and opalite? Hell yes. That's from Christina Start.
Where do you go get those though?
You've got to find there's different shops and stuff that have them. If you literally just Yelped it, you could find it of different places that have them. It's usually I don't know in the city where you would go to find them. I'm sure, obviously Stacey would know because she lives here. So she would have a better idea as to where to go to get them. But there's got to be places out by you along the way. They're just those kind of hippy dippy shops have them. Yeah. They're not, I wouldn't say they're everywhere, but should be easy enough to track down. Or sometimes you can order different crystal kits as well. Places have them. There's one that I follow.
Pick them up and get the one that you...
Exactly, yeah. So it's a little bit, it's kind of bullshit. It's better to go in and pick out some different ones. But so John and I actually have a book on crystals at home too that tells you kind of what different ones do. We've got rose quartz in our room because it's just a good romantic energy. No. I mean, it depends on how big you get them. You can get some of those giant amethyst ones that are those will be expensive if it's those really pretty crystal things or whatever. But generally, no, they're a couple bucks because they're just I don't know, it's the size of I was gonna say a toonie, but they're bigger than that usually. But yeah, they're not big. They're not big at all. Here, hold the microphone. I'm gonna get us some questions.
Okay.
Talk to the people. Tell them a story.
Oh gosh.
People sent me a porn picture, Mom.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know.
That's not good.
I know.
We have a little puppy here, and we're watching her chew on a bone.
Yeah, pretty
her name's Poppy.
Okay, here's a question. So this question is from Serenity, and she says, what is something about you that many people don't know? What would you say to that? What do you think people don't know about me?
Oh, I know that you are an okay. Since Renee was young, whatever she joined in sports, she excelled at it. She went into gymnastics and she won all the medals and stuff that you can win. I mean, it was just ridiculous. Then she joined soccer. She did really well in soccer. Then she joined Ringette, and she was, I mean, if you could see Renee skate, you would die.
Guys, I'm an incredible athlete.
She is such a good skater. I'd go to the games and I'd hear people going, "Oh, look at number 15. Could you ever skate?" And I'm going, "Yeah, well, that's my daughter. So yeah, she can."
Take that, everybody. Thought I could just talk, but I'm an excellent athlete. I'm also very fast. Not a big deal. We're going to do our next sponsor before we get into our other questions, because I've got a good one coming up here. Guys, guess who is back on the pod? Giving everybody a little bit of love in their life. The RX Bar, they're back. So RX Bar wants to build things the right way. They believe in the power of transparency, and they let the core ingredients do all of the talking, with all of them listed on the front of the packaging. So you likely recognize RX Bar on the shelf. They're the ones that got the egg whites for the protein, dates for binding, nuts for texture, and other delicious ingredients like unsweetened chocolate, real fruit, and spices like sea salt or cinnamon. Now, it turns out that real food ingredients actually taste really good. So whether you like sweet or savory, chocolate or fruit flavors, there's definitely an RX Bar for you. So they come in 14 delicious flavor varieties. There's mango pineapple, chocolate hazelnut, peanut butter and berries, chocolate sea salt, chocolate or coconut chocolate, mixed berry, blueberry, maple sea salt, apple cinnamon, mint chocolate, chocolate chip, peanut butter chocolate, and coffee chocolate. That's a lot of options, you guys. They're gluten-free, soy-free, and dairy-free. No artificial flavors, colors, preservatives, or fillers. They're great when you've got breakfast on the go, a snack at the office to push you through that 3 p.m. slump. You can toss it in your bag on the plane, toss it in your backpack for a bike ride or a hike, pre or post-workout snack. I love them in those situations. Any and all of those situations. So for you guys get 25% off of your first order. Visit rxbar.com/regular and enter the promo code regular at the checkout. That's going to get you guys 25% off of your first order. So get out there, get you some RX bars in your life, and have a great workout with it, you know? Live your life. Have an RX bar. Are you looking at the dog or are you looking at the thing, Mom? What's going on? Oh, Haruki Murakami. What a dude. What a great dude. Okay, next question. Let me just check something here really quickly before we proceed, which I will call proceeding with caution. All right, we're at the 27-minute mark. Okay, so this question is from Ursi B. What or who is inspiring you these days and why? So style-wise, music-wise, creatively, or just in general. So I'm going to answer mine, and then you have to tell me if you have some. Do you have any?
You go.
Okay, you think. I'll go first. So for me, one of my main ones is Alicia Vikander. I'm a huge Alicia Vikander fan. I recently just bought these Louis Vuitton boots, and I never buy sort of like bougie things like that, but I talked myself into it because I've wanted them for months and months and months, and they're like fairly nondescript boots. But then I went on Pinterest, and I saw a picture of Alicia Vikander wearing them, and Diane Keaton. So I figured that it was worth the purchase and I could get away with it. But definitely Alicia Vikander for me. I'm not going to lie. While I was here in Toronto, I was really hoping to run into Rachel McAdams because I would love to see what she is doing out on the mean streets. Just like in your day-to-day life. That's the stuff that I like. I also saw a picture of Jennifer Lawrence the other day in like her airport fashion. And I'm a big supporter of that. I feel like when I pack to go to the airport, my airport outfit becomes incredibly important to me. I don't like to slouch at the airport. Like when people travel in like sweatpants or like in like their pajamas, that's a big no-no. But I also don't want to travel in like uncomfortable pants because that ain't the name of the game either. And then creatively, not that this is like a direct like from the person, but I just watched the movie Brain on Fire. Remember when we read that book? The Brain on Fire? So the movie just came out on Netflix. Oh. It's really, really great, but it's Chloe Grace Moretz in it, and she is really great. I feel like, I don't know if people are aware that she's like such a great actress, but she's really, really good in this movie. But Brain on Fire is about this girl that was like 21 and was writing for the New York Times, and her brain got all messed up. She got really sick, and then started having these episodes, having seizures, having like psychotic episodes. And none of the doctors could figure out what was wrong with her. Everyone was kind of giving up on her. She had to go into like a mental ward until they could figure out what was wrong with her. And then finally, luckily, a great doctor figured out that she had some kind of infection in her brain that screwed up just like one side of her brain, so everything was lopsided and weird to her, so she had to relearn how to walk and talk, etc., etc. But really, really great book. Really, really great movie. So I highly recommend that. Then other fashion-wise, gosh, I don't know. I guess that's kind of it. I feel like I'm in a bit of a fashion slump right now, so maybe I need to find somebody new. So if you guys have anybody to throw my way, a girl's listening.
I think people should follow you for fashion.
Mother. My mom should come on this podcast every time. She puts me over for being an athlete, puts over my fashion. No, I feel like I'm in a slump right now. There's nothing that I'm like super into, but I think I'm ready for fall clothes. I'm ready for it. Bring it on in.
Oh.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
what I want.
Fall's my favorite season.
Who's your style icon?
None. I'm 65. I shop at Walmart now.
No, that's fine. Okay, first of all, let's just switch it over to Target at least. Target has way better clothes.
We don't have Target in Canada anymore.
Really?
No, it's gone.
I don't know if you guys heard that. The microphone wasn't over there. There's no Target in Canada anymore? What?
No.
That's some BS.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
But you could still go to like Winners.
Oh, no, I do. I'm just joking. I go to Winners and Marshalls but yeah, when you get to a certain age, you're like so over all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't have to go out and impress anybody.
I think that's bullshit because you always, whenever you come down to like visit me, you're like, ooh, what should I wear? What should I put on? So you do have an interest in it.
Well, that's because you make me feel insecure because you always look so good.
What the hell? No, but like, I don't know, like even like I just talked about Diane Keaton. Diane Keaton's older than you.
I know, but when I come visit you in Vegas, I feel so ugly because you're so cute.
Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous.
But yeah, honestly, like I mean, I do have nice clothes and I can dress nicely, but because I don't go out to clients or anything anymore, it's like t-shirts and jeans most of the time for me.
Actually, you know what I will say, because even when I'm home, I'm the same way. Like, I'll dress when I'm like out doing something, but I have so many I have a lot of like really great casual clothes, but I never get to wear them because when John and I are home, the most we do is go to dinner and a movie. Yeah. So I never really have to dress up, and it actually is like odd to dress up for those things. If we were just going to dinner, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But to go sit in the movies dressed up is dumb.
Yeah.
So there's no point to it. So I feel like I'm always just in like workout clothes and
and
cut off
John
shorts.
Hates dressing up.
Hates it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. If I'm getting ready and I feel like I'm very quick at getting ready. That like shower, throw on a little bit of makeup, out the door. Like realistically, if I have like 30, 40 minutes, that's including my shower. Then I'm out the door. But as soon as I get out the shower, he's hovering. He hovers and like, why are you putting on makeup? What are you doing? Let's just go. That like, he never understands that I'm trying to like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Look nice. Keep a little spice in our life, I don't want to slouch just yet. I mean, he sees me in very unfortunate circumstances anyways, so I might as well pick it up every now and then. He sees me at my worst, you guys. Okay, let's see what other questions we have here. Okay, this question's from Alicia Castro. If you guys had the chance to wrestle anybody in WWE, who would it be and why? Mom, who would you wrestle?
Oh, absolutely Fandango. I love him. I love him.
What do you love about Fandango?
Oh my God, I just think he's so funny and so adorable. Yeah, I would throw him around.
He just had surgery. You should send him a card.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, send him a card. Send him a nude. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Fandango for my mom. Okay, great. God, if I was to wrestle anybody in WWE, who would it be? Oh, gosh. I mean, maybe Ellsworth. I could definitely lay it. Oh, I could for sure take Ellsworth. Yeah. Just like a good pie face, maybe. Either that or, yeah, I mean, if I really had to like legit step in the ring with somebody, it would be my girl, Lita. She's one of my closest pals. I feel like she would be, she'd be who I would trust out there to help a sister out. All right. Next, a question. Gosh, there's like so many other ones here. I gotta like pick some good ones. Who is your favorite of the Fab Five? This is from Harry Jarugi. Did I say that right? Have you watched Queer Eye, Mom?
bits and pieces of it. I know, it's so good.
I love that show so damn much. Yeah. I feel like I cry in every episode. They're all so charming and adorable, and like, I love them. Anyways, Anthony, hands down, is my favorite dude. To the point that John's like, really? You love him that much? Yes, I love Anthony. I want to cook with him. He's also from Montreal, so he's a Canadian boy, so I love him a little more for that. And he's just so adorable. He's like the cutest thing. I love Anthony very much, so it'd definitely be him. And yeah, he's in charge of the food, and I'm a secret fatty, so there's that. Let's see here. Oh, do you have any hidden, special, or embarrassing talents? From Bella Randolph. Embarrassing talents. I was just gonna say I am a world-class burper, like very loud. I was actually, so the place that we rented in Toronto, which I guess is like kind of set up for people to split this place because there's 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms upstairs, but they like mirror each other. But John and I were both in separate bathrooms, and I let out a really gigantic burp, and I started laughing. So I realized, not that he would care, but it really echoed through the hallways. Oh. That's one for me. Do you have any? What embarrassing things do you have?
Oh, well, I always have constant postnasal drips.
Ew. That's what that is? You've done that for forever. Postnasal drip. How'd you get that?
I don't know.
Too much partying, Carol.
No. It's actually got to do with allergies and stuff.
Yeah. That's not as fun. How is the quest for the Hallmark Channel movie coming? Well, isn't that a good question? Because yes, we're trying to get some traction, trying to get some movement here. But my girl, Lexi Rose, out in England, in London, her and her lovely boyfriend are, they're working on it. They're helping a sister out. We actually probably have to have a Skype session planned soon because it's time to start hounding Hallmark and letting me have a movie. Mom, do you think that Hallmark should let me have a movie?
Yes.
A Christmas movie?
Yeah, and I think John should be in it.
Oh, so I would love that too. I would love for John and I to do a movie together, but
I'm definitely not going to be in it.
Why not?
Because I hated being on Divas. I looked so fat.
No, you did not.
I looked so fat in Divas. I hated it.
Mom, you looked amazing. We got hair and makeup. You did a great job. You were also like a scene stealer. You stole every scene.
Oh, it was just so embarrassing for me to watch it. Especially,
what?
Yeah, it's just, no.
Come on. I feel like leading up to us doing Total Divas, you were so stressed out about how it was going to go, how the scenes went, like how that life works.
Oh, but as soon as the camera come on me, I'm like,
I know.
All right, let's do this.
You were firing on all cylinders. Like you did a really great job. Like you actually like blew me away. I couldn't believe that it was like that good.
Actually, I hate hearing my voice too.
Oh yeah, I get that. I have a very shit voice.
Oh
yeah, no good.
It's embarrassing.
No good. From Amanda Harper, where's your favorite place to travel? I love going over to Europe. I always love London when we're there. I think one of my favorite trips I've ever done actually was when you and I went to Rome. Because we just ate and drank everything, and we had a really good time in Rome. We got to like do some of the sightseeing. We ate. We drank. We had gelato that we didn't remember.
And we drank.
We drank everything. Yeah. My mom tried to.
Have more gelato.
My mom tried to pick me up at one point. She was like, "Oh, my baby," and tried to pick me up like a child. My mom is much smaller than me. You're what, 5 foot?
5'1".
Yeah, like you're tiny. I'm 5'5". Like I feel like I'm like gargantuan next to you.
Yeah.
You picked me up, fell down, ate shit. You went way down. You were covered in bruises the next day, but she couldn't even remember. And I took a video of her drunk, stumbling down the hallway, and she was so mad at me and made me delete it off my phone. So,
yeah, but
boo.
She already sent it to her brother. Totally embarrassed me.
Yeah, but he deserves to see that.
Oh my God, that was embarrassing.
Where's your favorite place to travel?
Oh. I don't know. I guess probably Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
I can't think of any. Oh, I do like Cuba. I really like Cuba.
Oh, yeah.
I love the beaches.
Havana, Unana. Remember that song?
Yeah, that's about it.
All right. Well,
I'm not a big traveler. I'm not a big traveler.
No.
Yeah, like even like when we were in Europe, the airports and stuff, they were insane. Like it was so big.
That was different though because my mom fell and shattered her ankle many moons ago, but it bothers you to walk, especially if you're like in an airport and you got to haul ass to make a connection. That's really hard. So I feel like that would hamper a traveling experience, obviously, in the airports especially.
Yeah. And I'd be following Renee crying.
My mom loves a good cry, you guys. She loves the crying.
I can't take this. Everything hurts. I don't want to do this anymore.
So the next question is from Larissa G. Would you ever consider becoming an author? Yeah, I would love to do that. It's something that I've thought about a few times. Not so much like, I feel like I used to think that I would want to write like a biography, but now I feel like I should probably accomplish something a little more substantial before I ever did something like that, so that people would give a crap. But I would love to do a cookbook. I've thought about that a bunch. I've seen like Chrissy Teigen's cookbooks really lit my fire, just because she is a really great, funny writer, and she's charming, and their photos were great, and like I love that it wasn't taken too seriously. So doing something like that would be cool. I just love cookbooks. I think they're like great gifts. They're great to have around the house. I love having them.
Did you see Diane Keaton's book that she put out, Decorating with Pinterest?
No.
Yeah, she's got a book out.
Oh my gosh, I need to get that.
Yeah.
I don't have that. I feel like everybody has a book. I feel like I was literally just at my brother's house and I saw like an Alicia Silverstone book, but I know she's like a gigantic vegan, so I must have been something to do with that. I have no idea. And I've also kind of recently decided that I want to write like a kid's book. I had like an idea to do a kid's book. I have like the character down. I know what I want to do, but so this idea came in my head, and then I realized I don't know anything about children. I don't know what they like. I don't know what they need. I have no idea, so I got a little bit overwhelmed with like whether a children's book needs to teach a lesson or can it just be silly and fun. I have no idea. So I ordered a bunch of Robert Munsch books, and for you guys in the U.S., I don't know if Robert Munsch like crossed over into the U.S. quite so much, even though I'm pretty sure he's from Pittsburgh, let me know if he crossed over. But I bought a bunch of his books. I got some Winnie the Pooh. I got Where the Wild Things Are. Like I got a bunch of books just to get a bit of inspiration to see.
It's really hard to find Winnie the Pooh now.
Well, I noticed that because so I was trying to find like what the best kids books are for like 3 to 7 or whatever age range, and that was one that popped up. But I think the one that I got is not like legit Winnie the Pooh. No. It's not like why are they so hard to get? Do you know?
I don't know because I mean it was so popular. I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Even online, if you're looking for them, it's hard to find them. You know who has them? Marilyn. My sister collects kids' books, and she's got such a great collection.
Actually, she does. She's got all of the like Peter Rabbit books and stuff too, right? Yeah. Those are so great. Actually, I bought those for Bree and Brian's baby as like a wedding or as a wedding gift, as a baby gift.
Peter Rabbit.
Hell yes. So yeah, hey, maybe one day I would take that on. Okay, so this is one that we can both play, Mom, from Aria's Needle. What are the top 5 albums that you're listening to right now, as well as books? I'm going to focus on books, I think. I've been on like a book kick lately. So I'm currently finishing the book, Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine. Fantastic book. I really, really love it. I highly recommend it. And I actually get most of my book ideas off of Reese Witherspoon's book club thing. So follow them on Instagram. Even if you just go to like Reese Witherspoon's account, you'll see all of the book stuff, and then follow that account. I think it's just called Reese Witherspoon Book Club. Actually, there's something sunshine in there. I don't know. That, and I've been on a big Haruki Murakami kick. I just finished After Dark. I've got Men Without Women on deck next. I've read Sputnik Sweetheart. So he's somebody that I'm like super, super into right now. And I also just love like some chick lit thriller stuff. I love those, like Gone Girl, like those kinds of books are like so up my alley. Yeah. Where are you at?
I haven't been reading that much lately because I find instead of reading, I'd rather crochet and knit. Yeah. But I do like a scary book.
All right, music. Is there any music that you're into right now?
Not in particular, but I like easy listening. Like you sent me some suggestions at Musgrave.
Oh, Casey Musgraves. Yeah. I tell everybody about Casey Musgraves because she's fantastic and everybody should listen to her.
I love that. And when I go walking, I have her in my headphones.
What song do you like the most on that?
Oh, I don't even know.
Carol!
I just listen to it. I don't pay attention to what the name of the song is. I'm in a different era than you. I listen to Zach Brown, who I love.
It's a little country.
Roseanne Cash.
Oh, yeah. She's good. Good stuff. Okay, so another sponsor here, guys. They're really hooking it up. helping some sisters out. We are talking about Brooklinen. This bedding is unbelievable. Absolutely love it. And you spend a third of your life in your sheets. They make a difference with how you sleep. And you start getting better sleep with the best sheets. And brooklinen.com, the best, most comfortable sheets, no big markup. And they upgrade your nightly routine and help you feel more well-rested every single day. So they were founded in April 2014 by a husband and wife team, Vicky and Rich Fulop. Their philosophy, the most beautiful, comfortable home essentials, no crazy prices. Bedding is so insanely expensive. And I love that they cut down the cost and give you like luxurious sheets. And as Stacey and I have said before, the more you wash them, actually the better that they get. And they've come in a bunch of different colors and patterns. You can mix and match them to match any kind of decor. So it is luxury bedding underpriced. You guys have got to try these sheets out today. We have the light blue sheets and the navy blue duvet cover. And ooh, let me tell you, do I love it. These are the best sheets I've ever slept on, most comfortable sheets. And brooklinen.com has an exclusive offer just for our listeners. You get $20 off and free shipping when you use the promo code REGULAR at brooklinen.com. So Brooklinen is so confident that they offer a risk-free 60-night satisfaction guarantee and a lifetime warranty on all of their sheets and comforters. Now, the only way to get $20 off and free shipping is to use the promo code REGULAR at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com, and then use our promo code REGULAR. You guys are going to love it. Truly, these are the best sheets ever. So go out and get you some, girl or guy. All right, we'll do one more question, and then it's wrap it up time, Carol. Yeah, we've done it. We're there. We're almost at 45 minutes. Let's see.
Then I gotta sell you.
Oh, you know what? This is a good question for you. This person, Stephanie, I just recently brought home a puppy, and I cry every other night because I feel like my 7-year-old pug, the love of my life, is miserable. Oh my God, my brother keeps calling me, you guys. I'm declining his call while I'm reading this. Do you have any tips to keep everybody happy and feeling super loved? Any idea how long it might take to adjust for the pups?
Well, I just got a pup too. I just got her May 26th, and I have 2 cats, and I think one of my cats is feeling a little bit neglected. He's not quite himself. It's very sad. And whenever I go by him, I'll brush him and talk to him and stuff. But now he's starting to sleep in the bed with me, so he's clearly looking for affection.
Oh.
And it's, oh my God. And usually he would sleep at the end of the bed, but now he's actually sleeping beside me. And I have a Himalayan has something wrong with her brain. I don't know.
What do you mean?
She's got something. She's not all there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And so she likes to sleep like as close to my body as she can at night.
Oh.
She's so cute. But I think Louis coming around.
Yeah.
And he loves the puppy. Like he'll let the puppy like jump all over him.
Yeah, it's like hard to like sort of let that dynamic figure itself out, but I don't feel like it takes that long. I feel like essentially animals like being around other animals, but their owner, your mom or your dad, is like the most important. I think that the key is extra snacks. Get them some good soft, like some soft food. Dogs love soft food. It's junky for them. But like give them a little treat. Give him a couple of extra rubs. Maybe take him on an extra long walk. Actually, he's a pug and he probably hates that, just like Blue. I don't feel like it takes that long for animals to come back around, though. They all just want the love and the affection, so long as they're not like hurting each other. But I feel like 2 dogs, and sometimes with a dog, I mean, the 7-year-old pug's not very old, but bringing a puppy around can sometimes add a little pep in their step. They just gotta embrace them.
I do with Poppy. That's the puppy. I will put her in her
Poppy the puppy.
Poppy the puppy. I will put her in her harness, and I won't let her torment the cats.
Oh, yeah, keep her on a tight leash.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll let her go and she can just play and they can fend for themselves because all they have to do is jump up on something high. But the cat that's, sort of not himself right now, he really plays with her quite a bit. But if I can see that she's tormenting them, I'll keep her away from them.
Oh, yeah, that's a good move. Keep them on a tight little leash. All right, guys, this is it. This has been Regular Girls for this week. Thank you guys so much for listening. Mom, thanks for being on the podcast. Do you have any words of wisdom to our listeners as we sign off? Anything you would like to share, a token of information? You just turned 65, so you must have a wealth of knowledge.
Well, actually, I would say sage your house if you have a ghost.
And also sage your vagina, you guys. Give it a whirl. Sage it all up. Sage it all. See you guys next week. Bye.